Hi everyone and welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today we're going to be making nectarine muffins. I have nectarines that need to be used. They got too soft too fast, so I figured we'd throw together a muffin. So let's get started. You're going to need 3/4 cup of buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, take 1 tablespoon of white vinegar or lemon juice, put it in your measuring cup, and then measure your milk up to 3/4. Let it sit 5 to 10 minutes. It'll start to curdle. That's when it's ready to use, okay? But in the meantime, we're going to get our ingredients together. You're going to need 1/2 cup of melted butter, 1 cup of small diced nectarines, 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, 3/4 cups of buttermilk. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 2 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, okay? And then in a separate bowl, this is going to be your crumb topping. You're going to need 1/4 cup of light brown sugar packed, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 cup of flour, and 4 tablespoons of butter. Softened, really soft. We're going to set that to the side for right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our melted butter into a bowl. And we're going to add our sugar. We're going to mix this until it's mixed really well. Just want to get that sugar mixed in really good with that melted butter.
And take out any aggression or aggravation you have pent up inside.
That's for sure. Okay, once it's mixed really well, I'm just getting it really light and fluffy. Okay, that's nice and mixed, so we're going to add our eggs. Okay, mix those in really well. Make sure you scrape those sides too. It's going to look nice and light and fluffy like that. Okay, now we're going to add our buttermilk, which you can see mine is chunky. That's exactly what we're looking for. This gives it a little bit of more of an airy feel. It makes your muffins really light and airy. And then we're going to add the 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I gotta put my glasses on.
Yeah, otherwise there'll be 2 tablespoons in there.
No, it's a teaspoon.
Okay.
So 2 of these. Okay, we're just going to mix that really well. Mix it gently. Okay, can you give me another whisk, please? Thank you. Just mix this really well. Okay, I'm going to just set that to the side. Now I'm going to add my flour, but I want to whisk all the dry ingredients together. That way they get distributed throughout the muffins.
No one wants a mouthful of salt.
Right. Okay, we're just going to pour this in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take a spatula and we're really just going to fold it in. We don't want to mix it too hard or too much. We want to make sure that most of the flour is mixed throughout the batter.
Well, so once you take your aggression out on the butter and the sugar, you got to be nice and gentle with the flour.
Right. And just keep scraping the sides and the bottom really well. Comes together really easy, guys. And if you don't even want to mix your flour, your dry ingredients together, just put it into the bowl if that's what you want to do. I'm not that picky.
Just make sure you get it well mixed and
Yeah.
blended.
You don't want to bite into a piece of flour. Alright, so you don't want to over mix it either, okay? So this is what it should look like. Now we're going to add our nectarines. We're just going to toss them in. Fold them in really nice. Now when you're cutting your nectarines, if you want a little extra just to sprinkle on top of your crumb, by all means go ahead. I'm not going to do that. I find sometimes that they burn if they're not in the actual mixture. Okay. Just make sure it's throughout the batter.
The nectarines smell really good.
Yeah, they're really, really ripe. And if I were you, I might, if you have a lot of nectarines that need to be used, go ahead and double this and then just freeze them. And then you can just pull them out the night before or just heat them in the microwave to warm them up just a little bit with some butter. Oh, they'd be delicious. Okay, so now I'm done with that. Let me just set that there. I'm going to grab my pan. And I have my cookie scoop here. And I'm just going to fill these 3/4 of the way full. Alright, once you have your muffins filled, I got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You just take your crumb topping now and you're just going to mix all the butter and the crumb dry ingredients with the fork until it makes crumbs. Now if it's not making crumbs, after you get all that butter mixed in, add like another maybe tablespoon of flour to make it hold together, but I think we'll be okay. Just make sure you mix all that butter in really well. It's coming together really good. Just keep stirring at it, guys. It'll come together. Just use the back of your fork and just keep hitting against the side and bottom. Okay, that's good. Now we're just going to sprinkle some on top of each muffin. I'm just going to start out putting a little bit on each just to make sure I have enough for all of them. And then we can always go back and put more on. And then once we get this on all of the muffins, you're going to let them sit for 10 minutes before they go in the oven. Alright, once your muffins have set for 10 minutes, we're going to put them into the 425-degree oven for 12 to 18 minutes, or until they're lightly golden brown and a toothpick goes in the middle, comes out clean. Alright, so mine took 16 minutes for the toothpick to come out clean. They're nice and golden brown. Now you're going to let them cool in the pans for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we're going to move them over to a cooling rack to cool completely. Alright, so here's our finished product. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you do you.